Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. I cannot believe that we are almost halfway there. But today I want to show you guys 5 of my best tips to look stylish but also stay super warm this winter. So sometimes I get a lot of flack for putting together winter outfits that aren't necessarily the warmest. So I want to show you guys a few tips that I have for when it gets really, really cold. First thing, if you're in like the tundra or somewhere really, really cold, I just think your priority first thing is to be warm. Look out for your health. Looking cute, lowest priority over there. But if you're a commuter, if you have to be outside a little bit more often and you just want to look a little bit extra, you know, stylish, these tips will definitely help you out. First tip I have here is invest in a good winter jacket. I actually picked one up here and this one is from Lululemon. I can't talk. It's from Lululemon. I actually just picked this up because I wanted to show you guys something current. I do have a Lululemon jacket that I've had for the last 7 years and it looks perfect, and a lot of you guys always ask me where that one's from. But another tip I have for this when you're looking for a winter jacket is A, pick a neutral color. First thing, you're gonna wear a lot of different outfits and you want it to always match. Like, not everyone wants to buy a million different jackets for every single outfit. And then another thing that I would say is pick one that machine washes, so that way you can wash it as frequently as you can. This one does machine wash. And then thirdly is find one that covers your butt. A long time ago, I bought like a bomber jacket because those were really in style, but they're very short, they don't cover your bum, and I personally think they look really awkward with dresses. So if you just get a streamlined one that's longer and more like parka style, I think that it's a lot more versatile and a lot more worth your money. I'll have the link to this in the description box below because it is current. Is a little bit more on the expensive side, but if you guys live in Canada or somewhere cold like I do, it's worth the investment. You wear it all the time. If you're commuting to work, if you are walking outside, shoveling your driveway, you need something warm, and honestly, these are the price points they go at. The next tip I have for you is to invest in a winter set. And by that, I mean invest in a hat, gloves, and a blanket scarf. That can all match, all coordinate, and also go with a bunch of different outfits. The ones that I have here is actually this pair of gloves that I think are really cool because they are like smart gloves almost. So basically you can just use them for like swiping and everything. Like, you don't have to take off your gloves to use your phone, which also keeps you extra warm. And I also have this little cashmere blanket scarf here, and this is from Nordstrom. And then the last thing in my winter set is my beanie, and I got this one from Aritzia, but I'll link something very similar. And I guess the key for finding your perfect winter set is, first thing, find neutrals. Like for me, it would be gray and black because they go with a bunch of other things, not just the winter jacket I have here, but other jackets I own. Look for materials that will keep you warm. So don't just go into, I guess, like a Forever 21 and you may want to pick some hat up there. It may not keep you as warm as one that has like merino wool or thin soleil or anything like that. You will want to look for materials that will definitely keep you toasty. So example, these are made of partly merino wool, so that's why they keep your hands quite warm. And then this is cashmere, like one of the notoriously warmest knits out there. So it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I just prefer quality over quantity. If you have like a winter set like this and you take really good care of it, it will last you for years to come. So I will link a bunch of suggestions in the description box below for different winter accessories. I'll also link some more affordable things that may not be as warm for those of you who don't live in super cold climates like I do. The next tip that I have is actually something that may not necessarily show, but it's going to make a huge difference. And I talk about this like all the time. I talked about this last year in my extreme weather lookbook. It is to invest in long underwear. Honestly, like, I bought these when I was in New York in the middle of like, they called it bombogenesis because it was so frigid. And I've worn these in Montreal, I've worn these like just everywhere. They're so worth it. And these are the Uniqlo Heat Tech long underwear. Not sponsored, just absolutely love this stuff. Basically they have ones from like kind of mild temperatures to super extreme cold. So the one I'm wearing right now is super extreme cold, and this is thin enough so it's breathable, but at the same time it keeps you really toasty. It can fit really well under a lot of clothing items. Like, you could put a knit sweater over this and a pair of denim. You could put, I've even put my skinny jeans on top of my long underwear. It just works for me. And I actually ordered this year the Alexander Wang Uniqlo Heat Tech, which is a turtleneck bodysuit, but it's also heat tech. Like, I just like love that idea because then I could just wear it normally as well. For those of you who are wondering, this is the extra small. They just machine wash normally and love it. Okay, now my last tip here is winter boots. This is my winter boot of choice, is always a rain boot, and you guys are probably like, why? Like, I don't know, but if you guys live in a city, you guys will totally understand me. It gets really slushy and really gross. It's not that pretty white, wintry, powdery snow up in Toronto. It's like black and like slushy and gross, and it gets all over you, and it's just like, it's not a fun time. So I think winter boots like this are just so much more practical for people who live in cities. I also recommend the Sorel Boots. I'll have a picture of those here if you guys are somewhere that is like more like typical winter, but if you guys are in a city, I love these. The other thing I love about like a rain boot that looks like a riding boot is that it looks stylish. Like, this looks really cute, right? Like, it doesn't look necessarily like your typical winter boot, and it can go with a lot of outfits, and you will stay warm and you will stay with not wet socks, because like I just think wet socks is like one of the worst feelings ever, like ugh. So you guys are probably wondering, hey Rach, how do you keep warm in those? So what you do is you invest in a pair of these are for hunter rain boots, but you can put them in any rain boots pretty much. I'll link them in the description box below too. So they come in a bunch of different like foot sizes, and these help keep you toasty. So it's just another layer that goes inside your like rain boot like that. Honestly, I wore these all winter through middle school, high school, etc., like, and they machine wash, which is great so they don't get like super gross or anything. So guys, that is the end of my like winter lookbook. Also, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm doing Vlogmas every single day, uploading till Christmas Eve, etc., so I'll have the playlist in the description box below. If you guys have any other suggestions for how to stay cute but warm in the winter, let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.